Did you know that it's possible to land on Venus without a parachute or even a rocket engine? This unique feature of the planet was discovered by the Soviet Union 50 years ago. Imagine a place so hostile that it crushes metal like a soda can and boils lead like water. Yet, the Soviets managed to touch down on this hellish world and reveal its secrets. Stick around to find out how they did it and why no one has dared to return. The story of Venus is a tale of relentless human curiosity and determination. In the early days of space exploration, the Soviet Union set its sights on our mysterious planetary neighbor, Venus. From 1961 to 1985, they launched a series of missions known as the Venera Program. While today Mars might steal the spotlight, back then, Venus was the star of the show. Its thick, impenetrable clouds hid a world that was both intriguing and terrifying, sparking the imaginations of scientists and dreamers alike. The Soviets were determined to peel back the layers of Venus's secrets. Their early attempts, like Venera 1 and 2, didn't quite make it. These probes lost contact before they could even reach the planet. But failure wasn't an option, it was merely a stepping stone. In 1966, Venera 3 became the first human-made object to crash into another planet, Venus. Although it didn't send back any data, it marked a significant milestone. Venera 4 followed, and for the first time, we received atmospheric data from Venus. It revealed a world of extreme conditions, so hot and pressurized that it crushed the probe before it could reach the surface. In 1969, the Soviets sent Venera 5 and 6, only to watch them get crushed by the immense pressure of Venus's atmosphere. But they didn't give up. In 1970, Venera 7 was launched, and despite a rough landing, it managed to transmit data from the surface for 23 minutes before succumbing to the extreme heat. This mission confirmed that Venus's surface temperature was around 475 degrees Celsius 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. Can you imagine that? A world where metal turns to liquid in mere seconds, but the Soviets were undeterred. They knew they were onto something big. Venera 9, launched in 1975, sent back the first black and white images from the surface of Venus. The pictures showed a landscape of jagged rocks under a perpetual twilight caused by the thick, sulfuric acid clouds. Just days later, Venera 10 arrived and sent back more images, depicting a flat, desolate terrain. These missions were groundbreaking, providing humanity with its first glimpses of another world's surface. The crowning achievements of the Venera program came with Venera 13 and 14 in the early 1980s. Venera 13 sent back the first color images of Venus's surface in 1981. The images revealed a barren, rocky landscape, painted in hues of orange and brown, giving us a tangible sense of this alien world. Venera 13 even recorded sounds from Venus, eerie wind noises that added to the planet's otherworldly mystique. It's chilling to think about, hearing the wind from another planet, so far away, so hostile, yet so familiar in its sound. Despite these remarkable achievements, Venus's extreme conditions have kept us at bay. The crushing pressures, searing temperatures, and corrosive atmosphere make it one of the most challenging environments to explore. The last time a spacecraft landed on Venus was Venera 14 in 1982. Since then, the focus has shifted to more hospitable targets like Mars. But why haven't we returned? It's not just the extreme environment, it's also about priorities and resources. Exploring Venus is incredibly challenging and expensive. While Mars missions can yield years of data, the longest any probe has operated on Venus's surface was just over 2 hours. The collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s also played a role. Russia faced economic difficulties and shifting priorities, and Venus exploration fell by the wayside. However, the legacy of the Venera missions lives on. They are a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. The Soviets' determination to explore Venus, despite repeated failures, teaches us an important lesson. Exploration and discovery often come with great challenges, but the rewards, understanding and knowledge, are worth the effort. The Venera missions laid the groundwork for future exploration. Today, new missions to Venus are being proposed, equipped with advanced technology that could withstand its harsh environment. These missions aim to build on the legacy of the Venera Program, seeking to uncover more about this mysterious planet and its potential for past or present life. In reflecting on the Venera missions, one can't help but admire the sheer audacity and determination of those Soviet engineers and scientists. Imagine working with the technology of the 1960s and 70s, sending probes millions of miles away to a planet where they would face temperatures hot enough to melt lead and pressures that would crush a submarine. And yet, they persisted. They adapted. They innovated. Venera 7, for instance, was a marvel of engineering. Its landing was rough, and initially, it seemed like another failure. But as the data started to come in, it became clear that the probe had not only survived but had managed to transmit invaluable information about Venus's surface conditions. This was no small feat. It was the first time humanity had received direct data from another planet's surface, a monumental achievement that paved the way for future explorations. Then there were Venera 9 and 10, sending back those haunting black and white images. These images gave us our first look at another world's landscape. They showed us a rocky, desolate surface under an alien sky, a view that no human eye had ever seen before. It was a moment of profound realization. Our universe is vast, and our knowledge is just a tiny drop in the cosmic ocean. The Venera missions didn't just stop at images. They also brought back detailed data about the composition of Venus's atmosphere and surface. Venera 13's color images and soil analysis provided a clearer picture of what Venus is made of. The soil was similar to basalt, a volcanic rock found on Earth, hinting at Venus's volcanic past. This mission also recorded the sounds of Venus, an eerie, otherworldly wind that gave us an auditory glimpse into this alien world. And yet, with all these successes, Venus remains a challenging target. The extreme conditions have kept us from sending more missions. Each Venera mission taught us something new, but they also highlighted just how difficult it is to explore Venus. Modern technology, while advanced, is also more delicate in many ways. The rugged, durable designs of the Soviet probes were built to withstand the harshest conditions, a style of craftsmanship that seems almost lost in today's world of sleek, miniaturized electronics. But there is hope. The lessons learned from the Venera missions are not forgotten. As we develop new materials and technologies, we can dream of returning to Venus, armed with better tools and more knowledge. New missions are being proposed, ones that could survive longer and delve deeper into Venus's mysteries. In the end, the Venera missions remind us of what is possible when we dare to dream big and push beyond our limits. They are a testament to human curiosity and the drive to explore the unknown. They remind us that even the most hostile environments in our solar system can be explored with enough determination and ingenuity. As we look to the stars and plan our next steps in space exploration, let's remember the lessons from Venus. Let's remember the engineers and scientists who dared to dream of landing on a planet that seemed so out of reach. Their legacy lives on in every mission we launch, every discovery we make, and every boundary we push. The Venera missions also remind us of the spirit of exploration that drives humanity forward. Think about it, despite the numerous failures and setbacks, the Soviets kept pushing. They kept learning from their mistakes and improving their technology. Venera 7's success was a direct result of this perseverance. It wasn't just a technical achievement, it was a triumph of the human spirit. Venera 7's rough landing didn't deter the Soviets. Instead, it provided them with valuable lessons that they used to improve subsequent missions. Venera 8, launched in 1972, was able to transmit data for almost an hour, providing even more detailed information about Venus's atmosphere and surface. This mission revealed that Venus's surface pressure was 92 times that of Earth, comparable to the pressure found 1 kilometer underwater. It also confirmed the extreme temperatures, solidifying our understanding of Venus as a scorching, inhospitable world. The images sent back by Venera 9 and 10 were groundbreaking. For the first time, humanity could see the surface of another planet. These images, showing a rocky and desolate landscape, were both awe-inspiring and humbling. They provided a glimpse into a world that was so different from our own, yet so close in the cosmic scale. Venera 13-14, launched in the early 1980s, took this a step further by sending back the first color images of Venus's surface. These images revealed a barren, rocky landscape, painted in hues of orange and brown. They gave us a tangible sense of this alien world, making it feel more real and immediate. Venera 13 even recorded sounds from Venus, eerie wind noises that made the planet seem even more mysterious and foreboding. These missions also conducted soil analysis, revealing that the rocks on Venus were similar to basalt, a volcanic rock found on Earth. This hinted at Venus's volcanic past and provided insights into the planet's geological history. The data collected from these missions have been invaluable in understanding the dynamics of Venus's atmosphere and surface, but despite these incredible achievements, Venus remains a challenging target for exploration. The extreme conditions make it difficult for modern technology to survive for long periods on the surface. Each Venera mission pushed the boundaries of what was possible, but they also highlighted the significant obstacles that need to be overcome for future missions. However, the spirit of exploration that drove the Venera missions continues to inspire new generations of scientists and engineers. Today, there are renewed efforts to return to Venus. Advanced materials and technology are being developed to withstand the planet's harsh conditions. Proposed missions aim to build on the legacy of the Venera Program, seeking to uncover more about Venus's mysteries and its potential for past or present life. The Venera missions serve as a powerful reminder of human ingenuity and the drive to explore the unknown. They demonstrate that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, we can push the boundaries of what is possible and expand our understanding of the universe. As we look to the stars and plan our next steps in space exploration, let's remember the lessons from Venus. Let's remember the engineers and scientists who dared to dream of landing on a planet that seemed so out of reach. Their legacy lives on in every mission we launch, every discovery we make, and every boundary we push. So, as we gaze up at the night sky, let's keep our sense of wonder alive. Let's continue to explore, to learn, and to uncover the secrets of our universe. Because, who knows? Maybe one day, we'll set foot on Venus, and the dreams of those early pioneers will become a reality. The story of the Venera missions is one of determination, innovation, and the unyielding human spirit. It reminds us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, we can push the boundaries of what is possible and expand our understanding of the universe.